Western Province Cricket Club for this match between New Zealand and Australia. We've just had the haka on the A turf here at Western Province Cricket Club. The crowd have appreciated it, and they're ready for this game. Australia A versus New Zealand. It's 10:15 here in South Africa, Sunday morning. Those of you watching in New Zealand and Australia, welcome. 8 to 9 hours ahead of us. So, blustery conditions here. Southeaster blowing from left to right up the field. So Australia will play at their backs. And they get this game starting with some really slick ball pace. New Zealand going into a deep press, nice and compact, holding their lines and win the ball. And look to come out through McLaughlin.
All the power,
Now under pressure from this aggressive high press from Australia. They're full of running, full of energy. Some nifty stick work from David Green as he has two Australians surrounding him. So he's seeing on the ball. He goes long and over. It's an effective ball, and New Zealand win ball in Australia D, and penalty corner number 1 within the first few minutes here in Cape Town. Effective ball from Singh from left to right, finds the wide player out high. It's a penalty corner to New Zealand. So the injection duties is to David Green. So the 3 facets of penalty corners: the injection, the trap, and then the execution. One talks about the execution, but the other 2 so vital: the accuracy, the pace of the injection. The stop needs to be dead. Injection to the second castle, the drag flick comes in. It's a little touch. The goalkeeper, Jamie Pinner, sends it over the crossbar. New Zealand will start to be busy. He decides to go out wide through Green. Green again works the byline. Just goes over the byline. Finds an Australian foot. Set up their defensive platform. Green again is highly involved in these early exchanges between the 2 sides. Working it to the left now in the central midfield area. Australia pushing up higher. Just keeping New Zealand back 4 honest. Beautiful ball thread out to your high-line striker. Plenty of pace, looking for McLaughlin up high. Intercepts Green. Looks to play through now. Reverse stick shot comes in. And another good save from Pinner. Pinner came off his line so beautifully. He was able to close down the angle. Into Dando. Looks like the game. Australia win ball. Clear their lines. Impressive start for this New Zealand side. It's the New Zealand first team basically playing against Australia A. The strength of Australia, like you'd imagine Australia. They put 3 or 4 top-class sides in this tournament, as they could in world hockey. Pockets being created by Australia. The minute it goes into that midfield, you've got the reverse press coming in, and you've got the 2 midfielders converge and try to isolate a player in the midfield. Just see it on your screen as New Zealand will play it into the area. You'll see 2 players from Australia move in there. No reverse press this time. It's Australia work their way down the left-hand side. So Peterson, young Peterson, the captain. Bursting down the left-hand side. It's quite interesting to see that there's a young Peterson in the New Zealand side, but it's also interesting to see there's an Extian Fourie playing in the Australian side. So 2 players with South African names. I suppose if Australian cricket side can have Labuschagne, or should we say Labuschagne in the side, have a couple of Fouries and a couple of Petersons down under for the Black Sticks and for the Australian side. Australia defending manfully, holding that 9-yard area. New Zealand asking questions of this Australian side down that right-hand side channel. It's Dando. The restart from the long corner to recycle and drag out this Australian defence. Easy. To do that, you need to show a little bit of composure before that ball is played through. Go. Australia break up. Again, Australia recycle, play it right. It's a good ball to the right-hand side area. It's Luke Brighton for Australia. A little overhead over New Zealand defensive line. Utilises space on the left-hand side with a long-range attempt to find a striker. Looking for Matthew Jackson. Also Craig Rathbone. Big overhead. When they're home to retrieve it. So New Zealand ball down the left-hand side. Look at the name Rathbone as well. Quite a famous Australian rugby player. Defected from South Africa as a junior bop. World Cup winning junior bop to play Test rugby. Clyde Rathbone playing Test rugby for Australia. And it's New Zealand again asking questions down that right-hand side. Good into play. Recycle ball for them. As you can see on the screen, they're just trying to pull the Australians out of these narrow areas and create space for themselves, which they find down the left-hand side. And now the circle entry, or attempted circle entry, change of the point of attack, which is good. Now the ball gets played in, and a penalty corner 1. Just to come off the left foot and change the angle and then thread it through, offsets the Australian defence. And New Zealand win their second penalty corner. Very well worked. Lots of composure, lots of patience. It's Singh on Castle number 1, and he's joined by Houlihan, Miles Houlihan, Castle 2. Now they went for the drag flick in the second Castle first penalty corner they had. Let's see what they do this time. Goes to take it on the stick. The shot comes in as a goal. Well, it's taken on the stick and played off the cuff. Just trying to get a number of the player there. It's the number 6 from New Zealand, full hook. Powers it in for New Zealand from a penalty corner. Let's have a look at that again. Full hook. Takes himself on the stick and now hits, gets a little deflection. It's the goalkeeper, Jamie Pinner, to the net. New Zealand are 1-0 up. Penalty corner goal. Here they go again on attack. Played in the turn comes wobbling around a bit, making it a bit uncomfortable for attackers and defenders. Defenders flood that area, make it dangerous when they hit for Australia. The stands filling up. We had the early morning game. Sunday here, 8:15. Scotland beat Wales in a classic match here. We've had full stands yesterday, especially with the South African teams playing the over 35s and the over 40s, the ladies' sides, the men's sides, which culminated with the men playing against England at 8:15 last night. To a capacity crowd here. Very vocal crowd, and well, did they entertain the crowd? It was 2-2 into the fourth quarter, and South Africa winning at 4-2. Good support here. They've been families and friends of these teams that seem to have flown out. We've got to our left here in our commentary box. We've got a lot of New Zealand supporters. Dressed in black and white and flags and hats, so the teams can support each other. So this trap now and leads to a New Zealand long corner. And just about 2.5 minutes out in this first quarter. New Zealand drawing first blood. Penalty corner. James Hawley, pivot role for New Zealand, plays it out wide. Now the cross comes in, looking for the deflection, well defended by Australia. Australia started the first 30 seconds showing that they had good movement, but since then it's all been New Zealand. Australia have been just living off scraps here. Singh, no, can throw a mean overhead from left to right. We've seen it, and here we go. New Zealand through Fairbrother. He's upended. Nice, says play on. Singh, Hawley. Inside run, which is a dangerous one, and it's a good ball. The cross comes in. Well, that was a tremendous ball. Just good interplay from New Zealand, getting into really good areas and asking questions of the Australian defence. Just needed a final pass to connect. First quarter with plan B to negate the free-flowing, powerful New Zealand side. So, side with good skill, physically imposing. I was watching them side. Be out of place in a rugby team. Pass down the left-hand side. Just mopped up nicely by the number 15, Kapisi. So the umpires today, it's Andrew Estrada from the USA. Cameron Book from South Africa. New Zealand now, circle entry, cross comes in. Now, it's a bit untidy, but the turn, the shot comes in on the reverse stick, and what a save! It's Jamie Pinner, who recovers well from covering the cross. He's on his knees, he gets up and makes the glove stick. Glove save. Another one comes in, far post. Textbook hockey from New Zealand. Reverse stick pass across. And there's nothing Pinner could do this time. The tip in on the far post. And it's the number 4, Benjamin Malloy, who scores. Let's have a look at that again. Ball gets put in, reverse stick pass, tip in. Oh, excellent hockey. Ben Malloy, from close range, gets himself into the right area. Scores from open play. New Zealand 2-0 up. Well deserved. Well, how about that pass? That reverse stick pass was very, very good because it was played flat and hard. No bobble. Just what a striker wants on that far post. Just can use the pace of the ball to effect. You saw a masterclass from Australia yesterday. Beat South Africa in South Africa 8-1. Like Glenn Turner up front for Australia, who was just outstanding with the lead runs. And we know Australia traditionally in their hockey very good in the 9-yard area. Lead runs are just so good, but this Australia A side struggled against a rampant New Zealand side in this first quarter. And it's goals through Phil Hook from the penalty corner and Ben Malloy from open play. See New Zealand go into the break for the first quarter. 2-0 up here in Cape Town. Join us for the second quarter after the break. So welcome back to Western Province Cricket Club here in Cape Town. World Cup Masters over 35. Janawi.
Tripods getting loose.
Between New Zealand and Australia A. So welcome to our YouTube channel, wherever you are in the world. So New Zealand, they are 2-0 up. Excellent start for them in this match. Again, that right-hand side. Australia looking to work their way out of a difficult defensive area. Now the cross and the deflection. And it's McLaughlin, Lloyd McLaughlin, with an excellent forehand deflection. Superb deflection on the forehand, and the lead run is so important. There they set up the honey trap, pick the ball up, the run down the right, the cross comes in, and there, look how low he is. Gets down low, he leads so well. And there the forehand little deflection comes in. Lloyd McLaughlin gets on the score sheet for New Zealand. What a start to the second quarter. Open play goal. New Zealand relentless right from the pushback. They're back in Australian territory. So David Green thread that pass through to Lloyd McLaughlin. David Green, who's very prominent in the open exchanges of this game, getting involved in centrally in the midfield, to the left, now it's to the right. Carries the ball so well, does David Green. So what can Australia come up with? Australia A. Koshia. Really haven't been able to thread passes together other than in the first 30 seconds from the pushback. Now, this looks better for them. Now, good connection. Inside run. And they win themselves a penalty corner. Well done, Australia. And a good way to answer the goal that's just been scored. Finally, ball played through the midfield up to left wing, then the change of direction, the inside off the left foot, comes on, changes the angle, reduces the heavy-handed tackle from the New Zealand defence, and they win themselves their first penalty corner. Time to get back in the game. Luke Brighton, Castle. Two Castles, one wide runner to the right. The shift comes in and now slapped across, and oh, well worked. The man on the far post for the deflection just couldn't get the touch. Often that ball thread in can just lift off the deck, which makes it difficult. Badly worked corner. Pulled everyone to the right-hand side of the castle and then used the left-hand side and then set up the right again. So good manipulation of space in the circle. That final execution just wasn't there for Australia. They'll be heartened by this. They've got a circle entry, they've got a corner. Very nearly put themselves on the score sheet. Circle entry from the byline. New Zealand had just worked this right-hand side so well. Seeing World Hockey, statistics from the Paris Olympics are saying that more and more teams are making circle entries from the left-hand side. Traditionally, used to come in from the right. They're saying shots are coming in from the right. Goals have been scored from the 9-yard area, which would be normal. Fewer and fewer goals are being scored from penalty corners, which is a bad thing, as he's dominated for so many years by great drag flickers. With a protective wear from these players. Finding that players are actually running down these star drag flickers, and teams have to be a little bit more creative about how they utilize space in the circle. And if you see open play goals, then corner goals. Australia win ball, look to counter. Just options on going forward, so they go sideways. Good delay tactics by New Zealand. When they lose the ball, they flood the central areas of the field and just make it difficult to counter-attack through the middle. And delay and give themselves time to regroup and win ball. A good side that knows exactly what to do when they lose the ball. The plan how they're going to win it back. Make sure that their positions, counter-attacks are directly through the middle. One more. For Australia. No one wide. Lone runner. So Matthew Jackson out in this wide area, and Tristan Kearns, who made the chase for Australia. Showed a good turn of pace, just couldn't get the ball. It's over 35 level. If you've got a turn of pace, very dangerous. And here comes Jan Peterson. Reverse to pass away. It's Australia now. Work it down this left-hand side channel. And Marshall fires it in. New Zealand equal to the task, and they break out. Singh, who is instrumental in the side, he just connects down that right-hand area so nicely. At one stage he was playing out to the left, and he used the overhead so well from left to right. Now he's starting to connect down the right-hand side. Between him and David Green, they really influential players in this New Zealand setup. Sorry, Hawley makes a good tackle for New Zealand now, a bit of under pressure as Australia employ this high press and try and cut the field in half. You can see the outside striker just cutting that field in half, making it difficult for New Zealand to change direction and almost force them to go down one channel, which they do. And Australia win possession in the own half. Better from Australia from the press situation, but it's always hard to sustain a press. A high aggressive press at this level. Supreme fitness. Yeah, he's a very nice ball. Just a wraparound run. New Zealand gets proceedings underway again. Was cut out. Oh, what a touch. Circle entry, New Zealand. Ball gets played back. Australia clear their lines and regroup. You can see Tristan Kearns trying to cut the field in half. New Zealand get the ball through this press, and it's Singh again, who's now working his way to the left-hand side of the field. He gets through. Work here. Carry and the clumsy tackle, and Australia looking for ball and straight through, and it's beautifully defended. New Zealand with the drop, recycled ball. It's Peterson. There's 4 options. That's good. Presence of line for Peterson to work out of the congested area and try utilize space on the other side of the field and help side. There, that kind of patience gets reward, because they could have gone direct. The ball was on to play it down the left-hand side, but Peterson turned, played it back. This is the sign of a good side that realizes that 10 seconds down the line, you're going to have a circle entry on the other side of the field, and you're going to get some reward for it, which is a penalty corner. So down to Peterson, down to New Zealand. So many sides would have turned and played direct and played into that left-hand side channel, which should have been so much easier for Australia to defend. So we've got Singh on castle number 2 and Phil Hook on castle number 1. It gets flicked by Singh low. It's Pinner. It's another good save. He's had a good game in goal for Australia. Plenty of action. He's made some very good saves. This morning it was a bit overcast. You can see the mountain in the background, Table Mountain, famous Table Mountain. It's covered in cloud this morning, and you can see quite a southeaster blowing. Cape Doctor. It's clearing up to be a beautiful beach day here in Cape Town. As we head for summer, we've come out of a very wet winter down in the Cape. Dams are overflowing, which is a good thing. So high press from Australia, putting pressure. And a good outlet ball with the reverse stick. Just played it on the 45. Everyone thought it was going to go down the line, and it just offset defenders, and being able to get on the end of a stick of a striker. So Barnett on for New Zealand, wins it, plays it, makes good connections. Now New Zealand have lost it in the midfield. Australia going to hit back now in this second quarter. Display from this New Zealand side. Good ball pace, good manipulation of space, good movement. Hawley again, goes over the top. Singh, really nice and calm, casual. He loses it, but just regathers. Inside to get past that high press, and just lost with the unforced error. Now Australia can look to come back at New Zealand. Smash comes in. New Zealand have players and numbers in the critical areas and are able just to work it out. So well played, because they were under pressure, they won the ball, they played it to the sideline, they won the hit, and now they threw the ball, throw it down the line, play higher up the field, and they're quite happy to defend from those areas. The umpire said actually the ball went out a little higher up the field. The south pass. Win the ball and will counter. Final pass is just a little bit too extravagant. Needed a little bit something simpler from Exeter. Possession going forward and players, numbers. Sometimes there's just no need to actually give the ball away. Carry it. Carry it strongly. So Houlihan is up front on the right for New Zealand. New Zealand just set them up every time to go back into that left-hand side channel. New Zealand are quite happy to manipulate the ball to go into the pivot and then back out left again. You can see they played into this area and now they win it again. New Zealand know exactly where they want Australia to play the ball. The tackle comes in. Sharp blow of the whistle. It's going to be a card. An enthusiastic tackle. As frustration sets in amongst the men in gold. Play precious little possession in this second quarter. So it's half-time here in Cape Town at the Western Province Cricket Club. It's New Zealand 3, Australia 0. Join us after the half-time break for the third quarter between these two sides.
boys, big second half, let's go!
So welcome back to Western Province Cricket Club here in Cape Town for this Pool A match in the over 35 Masters World Cup. It's New Zealand that are 3-0 up against Australia A. Goals by Full Hook in the first quarter from New Zealand penalty corner. And then Ben Malloy with a little tip in on the far post made it 2-0 in that first quarter. Third quarter, lovely deflection. A great lead run and a good ball thread through from David Green for Lloyd McLaughlin to deflect and get New Zealand's third goal. So New Zealand playing now from left to right in the white with a slight breeze at their backs. Instrumental players in this New Zealand side has been David Green, who's carried well, and then Harman Singh, has utilised the area well and also connected so nicely. Tremendous finishing from Full Hook. Ben Malloy was just in the right place to tip in, but the execution of the pass was great. Just what you want from a striker is to get on that far post and score those bread and butter goals. And Lloyd McLaughlin, well, so great lead run that just he got down so low, eyes towards the Astro, helped the ball through into the goals to beat Jamie Pinner. And Jamie Pinner in the Australia A goals has had an outstanding game. He's been tested on numerous occasions and he's made some telling saves. There's nothing you could do about the one on the far post. He covered all his bases and the ball was tipped in by Ben Malloy. He's made some stick saves, he's made some glove saves, made direct saves, rebound, been in possession, so he's been a busy man. Just showing how well drilled they are as they come through. David Green again. Gets it out wide. Again, David Green instrumental in just getting it in the midfield, playing it out deep. The corner is one for New Zealand. So I could get a number of the player who got into that high-lying area and worked that byline. They have been absolutely amazing down this right-hand side. So Exeter, Castle 1, and it's Harman Singh, Castle 2. So it goes to Singh. Singh takes the drag flick, goes low. Pinner does well. Now the rebound. Play it into the area. Australia really do well to defend that off the line. Almost an open goal. Rangitura down the right-hand side again, wins the corner. Tenga Rangitura gets into such good space. Wins another corner. Australia did very well. Brave defending on the line. Low, flat. Bodies on the line, kind of defending. They clear the lines and New Zealand come back at them strongly. Again, New Zealand penetrate down that right-hand side. So Exeter, Castle 2 goes to Singh. Singh fires in. And gets a little deflection on the far post. McLaughlin got in there and got to stick to it. Sometimes the stick deflection can be a little heavy. perfection. Is the delivery's got to be perfect, but your stick angle's got to be perfect too. Otherwise, you will get a heavy touch. New Zealand break out through Peterson, the captain, young Peterson, beautifully played from left to right. It's Exeter, so made a dynamic run on the angle. His first touch just let him down. Very promising when you start getting into those areas of the striking. You start thinking to yourself, well, it's just a matter of time before it comes right, especially if you're getting into those areas. It's about now he's executing the final touch. Warming up now, and Australia win ball. It's a chilly morning, and now it's turned out to be a beautiful day. It's just an hour away from midday, so it's warm out there on the pitch. It will start to dry up a bit, so it'll be re-watered for the next game. It's fine. The ball bobbles around a bit. You have to adjust your technique of stopping, stick work. Just indulge in as much dribbling. Which is playing pretty well at this stage. This wind and the heat. The areas that are really dry. System well worked. Such nifty stick work. Number 12, Tura, showed excellent skill and composure under some immense pressure. So gets himself into good position up high, so it's strong on defense, and Tura so likes to work that touchline down the right hand side and go forward. It's so good if you've got your outside halves who are able to become like those wing backs, those football wing backs, and carry ball into space, get crosses in. So interception. Dando to Ronnie Tura. Benjamin Dando finds himself in a good area. He's happy to play it back. New Zealand side of presence of mind to really, well, they had the presence of mind to show incredible patience before playing that ball like they just did down the line. An effective ball. They haven't rushed things, and that's been the key. Peterson, commentators curse there as he gives himself pass and then does rush the pass himself. That's won by Australia. It's Tristan Kearns, the live wire for Australia up front, to gets bounced around a bit, but he wins ball. No time like now for Australia to try and get something on the scoreboard. This is the time, the third quarter, get themselves back in this game. At this stage, it's hard to see. Outclassed by a very, very well-drilled New Zealand side. Fairbrother looking for the ball. Just going to go high and over the top. Look at that. They've won ball and the shot comes in. Saved by Pinner. It was the shot from full hook. Pinner came off his line and narrowed the angle pretty well. Now the breakout from Australia. They go sideways. They're looking for that killer ball forward. Look at New Zealand. Look at those angles. They had 3 players on that 45-degree angle. You realise Australia just didn't have a danger ball to hurt them. Again, just look at the screen. You can just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players all on the angle. New Zealand, when Australia get this ball on the left-hand side, they just lined up so beautifully on that angle for the direct route. Happy for Australia to ship it out left, and then they press them in the wide areas of the field. Wing ball counter. Manipulation of space again to the right. Tura. Patience from him. Keep ball. There, brother. Sing. So energy sapping stuff for Australia. A, because they are chasing ball. The movement from New Zealand has been supreme. What a ball. Rangitora down the right-hand side. Umpire has spotted an infringement. He's asked them to come across centrally. Restarts and the mistrap, and Australian woes are compounded. The ball they run in the sunshine here in Cape Town. See, start over the top. Beautiful ball. If that was gathered, well, you had a pathway into the deep. Juan. Again. Big lad, strong lad, gets him pass away. Pearson, the captain. Brings it in. And now, ball was up in the air. Comes in. So 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Australia can take some heart that they haven't conceded. They have definitely been on the back foot. Another unforced error hands New Zealand possession. They will come hard at Australia. The wide channel is utilised again. Fair brother. Capizzi. Recycle to Hawley. Hawley with a long ball. Finds his man. Difficult trap on the reverse stick. The right idea was Malloy, the goal scorer, who got himself to that danger zone, and the pickup. Here come New Zealand once more. Well defended by Australia. That was really well done. Held the line, made the pass at the right time. Rathbone turns. There's 4 options. Equalize the other side of the field. Nothing seems to bother this New Zealand side. They just get back strongly, play it over the top, and now another beautiful pass that comes in. Play to the far post. Almost a goal. It's Fairbrother that played it in. Beautifully played from left to right, the run down the left-hand side. Changes that point of attack again. They get the circle entry at the top of the D, just in the right area. There's no reward for this superb play from New Zealand. It's pretty hockey at its best. It's composure and patience, which is key. Execution of the skills have been outstanding. They stuck to their strengths. Where they're good. The right-hand side well. They've used the overhead effectively. They've used the long ball down the left. They've got players high. New Zealand side is going to be a force in this tournament. Just said, well, it hit a foot inside the circle. Australia have won themselves their second penalty corner of this match. So, what are the options? Weighing up things. Slight shift, the long push, and the flick comes in, and the save from Sam Baker in goals. Sam Baker did so well to get in on the angle of the corner to Australia. They beating for a penalty corner. They thought one of the tackles was pretty heavy-handed. Sam Baker, the way he came off his line was outstanding, just to smother any ball. Played in towards the goal. Good keeping from the New Zealand keeper. And that's the end of the third quarter. 3-0 up, New Zealand. And join us after the break for the fourth quarter.
We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. Cape Town will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
back live here on a beautiful Sunday morning in Cape Town. Table Mountain in the distance. Here at Western Province Cricket Club, it's the fourth quarter between New Zealand over 35s and Australian A side. A encounter. Dominated this fixture. 3-0 up. Australia finally win some possession. Get the circle entry. Gather. It's just not there. Australia come out with a bit of purpose in this fourth quarter. Precious little of the possession. They work hard on defence. They haven't had the ball, so they've had a run on. Here it is, New Zealand through David Green. He's upended and ball still alive. Barnett. There's a hit outside the circle. South pass now, he can go towards the circle again. Looks to win another hit, and did he go 5 meters? Umpire says play on, gets to the byline. Barnett fires it in. It's new keeper in goals, Luke Black for Australia. Gets his first touch. Again, turns and twists and wins a hit, and umpire said, listen, let's just go back and reset this. Unfair advantage for Capizzi. The umpire spotted something. Play back, recycle ball. Now, big smash into the circle. Cross comes in and it comes off an Australian stick, and it's high and dangerous, and it's a penalty corner to New Zealand.
Thanks for not shouting at me this time.
Yeah, boy.
So Exeter, McLaughlin, 9 and 8. Both the castles for New Zealand.
Clean, boys, let's go.
Goes to Exeter, Reward. Flick comes in. It's another corner for New Zealand. 7 corners in total in this game. Will it go to Exeter? Use McLaughlin now on the second castle. Show some variation. Australia poised to charge this down. Goes to first castle again. And it's Exeter that scores for New Zealand. Powers that into the far corner, the glove side. Kale Exeter scores for New Zealand. Let's have a look at that again. Trap's good. Gets some whoop on it. On the ground and a little bounce, and Exeter makes it 4. So good reward for New Zealand, who've really dominated this match. Australia from the big heave-ho. Still got position, another big shot comes in, deflection. Great save. What a save by New Zealand. Sam Baker in goals. It was an instinctive save with the glove. As Australia played that ball through, right to left, smash into the circle. Keeper was moving across to try cover his near post, and it was played to the far post, so always difficult to, as you're moving across, to actually make that save to your left. Now, New Zealand come back strongly to Australia. Come out through Jackson. Now, a lot of pressure. Tries to dribble his way out of trouble. Does so effectively. High. High up the field for Australia. Underfoot. No. Breakout from New Zealand through their number 4, Malloy. Hawley summing up his options, decides to go to the wider channel. Hawley again. Tura. Games, right-hand side channel. Blocked out, it's Dando. Cuts off his attacker as he dribbles past him. That's so effectively now the turn. Still New Zealand ball. Singh played in to the far post, looking for Malloy. Left in this game. Jackson tries to deflect it down the line. Looking for a high-lying striker. Morgan up front there now. Jackson and Mir went on the same page. Long and deep for New Zealand. Cross comes in. Lovely save by the Australian keeper. It's Luke Black. Cuts off his line, smothers all the angles. Now, New Zealand still piling on the pressure on Australia. Ball played in. Full hook, looking for the deflection. Scored the first goal for New Zealand from a penalty corner. Diving around on the AstroTurf late in this fourth quarter. Hawley. To the byline. Cross comes in, finds a foot, penalty corner. Corner number 8. Pretty successful with their corners. 2 penalty corners. scored for New Zealand. 2 open play goals, 2 penalty corners. Now the options, looks like Singh has come up to corner number 2, and they continue with McLaughlin on the first castle. Okay, Singh's going to have a go. Not wrong. The ball gets fired in brilliantly by the number 8, McLaughlin. I'm glad I'm not in that short corner defence, because I thought they would go to Singh. Probably so did they. And McLaughlin fires home from the top for New Zealand. So the whoops that in. Upright whoop around. It's Lloyd McLaughlin who gets his second goal, a brace. It's New Zealand that are back again. Another shot comes in. What a save from Luke Black. And another corner one. What pressure in these last few minutes from New Zealand. Relentless and ruthless, this New Zealand over 35 side. Now McLaughlin goes to the right. Singh to the left. Castle number 1. And they let McLaughlin have another one and try and get a hat-trick. I'm not going to guess this one. Struggle. The surface becomes dry and the ejection becomes difficult. Technique there. He came up on the ball a little bit too early and the head went up. That's the lines and the ejection. So Rathbone. Jackson. Decides to go back. Hasn't worked by Hawley. Singh looks to go over the top, but doesn't work out, but it still finds Peterson. Pressure from New Zealand now, they win it in the midfield. Lovely ball out wide from Fairbrother. Unfortunately, it goes over the baseline. Down the line, look at that. Lovely ball. It's a chance now for Australia to hit back. Again, the save from the New Zealand goalkeeper, Sam Baker. Sam Baker has made 3 telling saves since he's been on. Basically done and dusted for them. It's about throwing the ball around. It's about one more goal. Australia sprung into action now. Had a couple of chances, but been able to rattle the backboard. And that man Baker has been solid for New Zealand. The Australian side has really had to feed off scraps. Been out-muscled in this game. moves on. Win against Scotland and now against the Australian A side. Equalise the ball into the D, the high line ball. The shot comes in, the save. And that's a good one. What a save by Luke Black. Glove save, and then he has the presence of mind to move forward of his line, shut down angles. Black himself has come on and made some good saves for the Australian side. New Zealand have been rampant, so he's had plenty of action and done very well. Pinner as well, in the early stages of this game also was outstanding for the Australian side. Two very good keepers at their disposal. Now the ball is won, the cross comes in, the shot. Baker again. Wow. Becoming a crowd favourite now with some super saves. It's played in again. Australia, these late stages, had two very, very good chances. Up front, who's got himself into good space in a couple of occasions now. One-on-ones with the keeper, got himself on the top of the D. Take heart from being a striker and being able to get into those positions. It's about finishing. Big cross comes in. Left-hand wide area. And that is the end of the game here in Cape Town. Fullock scored for New Zealand from a penalty corner in the first quarter, followed up by a tip-in from Ben Malloy from open play. In second quarter, Lloyd McLaughlin scored a deflection from open play. And then in the fourth quarter, Cole Exeter from a penalty corner scored New Zealand's fourth goal. And then it was Lloyd McLaughlin who got his brace from a penalty corner. Full time here in Cape Town. It's New Zealand 5, Australia A 0.
Beautiful hockey, New Zealand.
Daniel Brady here, captain of the Australian A side. That was tough going in the heat here in Cape Town.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you know, we came here to play the best in the world, and New Zealand definitely brought it to us today, and we knew they'd be tough, physical, fast, and that's exactly what they brought. And I think the effort certainly showed from our team, although the scoreline didn't go our way, but very proud of the boys. It's a really good effort out there.
You made some brave defence in those 9-yard areas, some good defensive lines, and then also a couple of breakaways towards the end, and you could have scored a couple.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, we really wanted to show how proud we are to wear this Aussie jersey and our Aussie spirit. You know, giving 110% throughout the whole game, and like I said, yeah, unfortunately, the result didn't go our way, but we were happy to put our body on the line. We were happy to give it everything to try and get the result. I just want to say also, you know, thank you to World Masters Hockey for having us here, for South African Masters Hockey, and Hockey Australia. You know, it's not only the players that have sacrificed a lot to be here, but it's our families, it's our support staff, and we hope we did you proud today. And just want to say thanks to the City of Cape Town, been absolutely welcoming. It's been a fantastic venue. We've really enjoyed the hockey and look forward to the rest of the tournament.
So what's the next game up for you guys?
So I think next we're up against Wales. So tomorrow night, going to be again a very different team, and we're going to bring it our everything. We really want to get the win, and we're going to do us proud.
Well, Wales went down to Scotland today, probably against the run of play, so they'll be looking for the win. You guys will be looking to bounce back. It's going to be a cracking game tomorrow.
Absolutely, and look, we were lucky to get here early enough today to watch a little bit of that game, take a bit away from it, and we'll just build into tomorrow's game and take some learnings out of today and come away with a win tomorrow.
All the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, and again, appreciate the effort that everyone's gone to be here, and thank you.
Jan. I've got Jan Peterson here from the New Zealand side. That was an emphatic win, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always a battle against the Aussies, and we always like to think of our big brothers or cousins, and it's always an awesome battle. So we knew it was not going to be easy, and thankful for the win.
You must be so happy with the ball pace. The ball pace was tremendous, wasn't it? The way you executed your skills around the pitch, and the use of the aerial ball was well utilised today.
Yeah, one of our strengths and something that we tried to improve on yesterday. I think our basics yesterday were poor, so we wanted to do better there. And yeah, ball speed and control was one of the focuses. Yep.
So who you got up next?
We play England tomorrow. Yep.
Well, that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
Predictions?
Well, yeah, we know it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, the World Cup champions from last time round. So yeah, we're ready to take them on. Hopefully, should be a really good game.
The boys enjoying the stay in Cape Town?
Oh, it's amazing, eh? Like just looking at the backdrop, doesn't get old. It's an amazing city, and we're just happy to be here.
We were very happy to see the haka as well on the AstroTurf today.
Yeah, well, luckily I've got enough voice for the haka at the moment, but maybe not so much at the end of the week. It's something that we want to bring a bit of culture, and it's a lot of respect to the other teams as well. Like it's a challenge. We lay down the challenge, but also just the respect to the other team. That's what what it means to us and to the other team as well.
I see you have a whole media team here as well. Are you doing a documentary, sort of chasing the sun kind of Springbok thing?
A little bit. So one of our players is a pretty famous coach in New Zealand. So he's taken a small school of te reo speaking, so Māori kids in New Zealand, and their role is about 300. They've only got about 20 boys that play in the school, and they're top 8 in the country in New Zealand. So it's an amazing story that he's developed, and it's a documentary about him and his journey as well.
Brilliant. We look forward to watching it. All the best for the rest of the season. Rest of the tournament, should I say?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Cheers.